proper officer detain the vehicle which is in transit. The commissioner or an officer empowered by him in this behalf may authorize the proper officer to intercept any conveyance to verify the e-way bill in physical or electronic form for all interstate as well as intrastate movement of goods. Vehicle is intercepted, verification taken place. A summary report of every inspection of goods in transit shall be recorded online by the proper officer in Part A of Form GST EWB 03. For example, 9th of July 2023, Sunday, 9th of July 2023, officer, I am the officer, authorized by the commissioner. I detained the vehicle in the morning 6:45 AM, 9th July 2023 at early morning, maybe around 6:45 AM, I detained the vehicle, intercept the vehicle, verification started. 24 hours start, not from the 6:45 AM onwards, that day 9th July midnight. Soon after the 12 o'clock, 0 AM, from that 24 hours starts to upload into the EWB 03 Part A summary. Same manner, 3 working days or 3 days, not working days, 3 days. 3 days count reckon for the officer to report final report in the Part B of EWB 03. The 3 days is going to be reckoned from the midnight of the day on which you intercepted. 6:45 AM on 9th July 2023, I detained the vehicle for verification. 3 days count start from the day midnight onwards. After the 12 PM of midnight of the day, 0 o'clock early morning, count start, 3 days. Facility for uploading information regarding the detention of vehicle. Where a vehicle has been intercepted and detained for a period exceeding 30 minutes, the transporter may upload the said information in Form GST EWB 04 on the common portal with the information, e-way bill number, approximate location and detention, period of detention, name of officer in charge if known, date and time of detention. Validity period of e-way bill or consolidated e-way bill. We have here timings. Once the validity commenced, how long it is valid? What do you mean by generation of EWB 01 e-way bill? Means, as you understood, the concerner or consignee uploaded EWB 01 Part A information from the date. Within 15 days, the transporter should upload Part B information and submit in the separate e-way bill portal. Then the EWB 01 e-way bill time period commences. If so, how long it is valid once it is generated? Part A is uploaded in EWB 01, e-way bill not generated. E-way bill generated only when Part B information is furnished and uploaded in the e-way bill portal. Then only EWB 01 validity period commences. How long it is valid? Means, here we have now the time period from 1st January 2021 onwards to travel up to 200 kilometers or part thereof, 1 day. In cases other than over-dimensional cargo, other than multimodal shipment, in which at least one leg involves transport by ship, that I will explain to you. Other than this particular multimodal shipment or other than over-dimensional cargo, generally normal situation, the time period, the validity of a e-way bill is 1 day to travel up to 200 kilometers. Sir, is a 210 kilometers, sir. Part of the 200 kilometers also be 1 day. Here, if you refer, up to 200 kilometers 1 day, up to 200 kilometers are part thereof, one additional day in case other than the over dimensional cargo, other than the multimodal shipment. When we talk about over dimensional cargo, what do you mean it? How to understand this? Over dimensional cargo is nothing but like this. If you refer here, my dear sir, this is called the over dimensional cargo. In such cases, up to 20 kilometers 1 day, or it may be multimodal shipment, at least one leg involves transport by ship, multimodal transportation, meaning thereby a simple example I am presenting here for your kind consideration. Example with regard to multimodal shipment in which at least one leg is by ship. For example, here Mrs. X Limited is in Chennai. The goods supposed to be transport is a container, and here Y Limited is in, let us say, Vizag, is a consignee. There are two parties, consignee, and the goods has been transporting here in a vehicle from Chennai location of consignor to the port of Chennai. Thereafter here, my dear friends, here a vessel carrying that goods up to the Vizag port of Vizag. Thereafter, from there to the location of goods transported in a vehicle from the port, meaning thereby entire is one particular stretch where transport of goods by road, partly through vessel, partly through again by vehicle. One example I am telling you. It is called as multimodal shipment. In that case also, the validity period of e-way bill once generated is for 20 kilometers 1 day. Part of 20 kilometers also be 1 day. Now, if for obvious reasons that cargo not able to reach within the validity period of that particular 1 day or 2 day, as the case may be, in that case, can we extend validity period further? The law of the land here permits you. As per rule number 138, sub rule number 10 of the CGST rules, validity of e-way bill can be extended within 8 hours from the time of its expiry. Within 8 hours, within 8 hours from the time of its expiry, you can further extend the validity period. Now, as you are aware of that, validity of e-way bill commences upon updating or uploading the Part B information of EWB01 in the separate e-way bill portal. From that time onwards, from that date onwards, the e-way bill value will commence. Now, during the day, at any time you generate EWB01 by uploading Part B information. After Part A, Part B can be uploaded. Without having Part A, Part B cannot be uploaded. So, Part B uploaded in the GST, namely the e-way bill portal, then the one day when ends means the next day midnight. So, in the given case, on 1st April, namely 6 p.m., e-way bill is uploaded in the e-way bill portal. 190 kilometers means only one day to be reached. That is, the validity ends by the next day midnight. 2nd April midnight, validity period of one day completes. Sir, if not able to reach, in that case, soon after the expiry of that next day midnight, within 8 hours, you have the right to extend the validity period. Consider a situation where a consignor is required to move goods from city X to city Z. He appoints transporter A for movement of his goods. Transporter A moves the goods from city X to city Y. For completing the movement of the goods, that is from city Y to city Z, transporter A now hands over the goods to transporter B. Thereafter, the goods are moved to the destination, that is from city Y to city Z by transporter B. How would be e-way bill generated in such situation? In simple terminology to say here is, if there are two or more transporters are involved for one particular consignment to transport the goods, in that case multiple e-way bills are required, or the same e-way bill what generated initially is sufficient. Clarification given by the CBIC here stated that when that particular consignment commences from city X to city Z, transporter in our given example is A. Transporter A, what he generated EWB 01 in that part B information of him, he uploaded and submitted in the GST port, namely the e-way bill portal, is sufficient. That means to say that one e-way bill has been uploaded in the e-way bill portal, e-way bill validity commences, and from city X it reaches to city Y only, not city Z. In that case, transporter A hand over the goods to transporter B to further transport to destination. In that case, same e-way bill part B information further upload by transporter B and submit in the e-way bill portal. Same e-way bill part B information further additions from city Y, this transporter so and so, lorry number so and so, name so and so, like that should be information submit and upload the e-way bill portal by part B, namely the part B information. Who? Transporter B. Transporter B once uploaded same e-way bill appendix extending further information as a transporter B to commence the transport from city Y to city Z and submit in the e-way bill portal. Then one e-way bill is sufficient to reach the destination of city Z. Total period of duration, for example, 500 kilometers. The validity of e-way bill is 3 days to reach the destination, because the first moment e-way bill when started, we commence the validity, that is one going to count here. In between EWB01 part B, appending information is additional information. Mrs. Poppert and Company, a registered person in the GST and paying tax monthly basis, located in Mumbai. Mrs. Poppert and Company has not filed the form GST R1 for last 2 months. Mrs. Gada and Company, a regular return filer located Madhya Pradesh, wants to generate an e-way bill for goods to be supplied to Poppert and Company. As per the earlier provision of law, Gada and Company would not have been able to generate the e-way bill with Mrs. Poppert and Company GSTIN. In terms of the amended provision of law, there will be no more restriction in generating e-way bill, as Mrs. Gada and Company, who is making outward movement of goods, is a regular return filer. Poppert and Company wants to generate an e-way bill in respect of an outward supply of goods to Roshan Company. In that case, Poppert and Company is a supplier of the goods, outward supply, because as outward supplier he is not filed the return properly. In that case, his registration has been suspended. As a result, Poppert and Company, whose outward supply, for that Poppert and Company cannot be able to generate the e-way bill. Here, Poppert and Company wants to generate an e-way bill in respect of an outward supply of goods to Roshan and Company. E-way bill generation is blocked in the given case, as it is an outward movement of the goods of Poppert and Company, who was not filed the GST1 return for the past 2 months. Now it is read as 2 tax periods. No e-way bill is required to generate where the goods being transported are the ones given below. 1. Liquid petroleum gas for supply to household and non-domestic exempt category of customers. LPG for supply to household and non-domestic exempt categories. Simply LP gas cylinders transportation in a vehicle, e-way bill not required. Transportation of kerosene oil sold through public distribution system, namely civil supplies, ration shops, for which I am carrying the kerosene in a particular big tanker whose value is more than 50,000 rupees. Interstate supply, not a required to accompany e-way bill. Postal bags transported by Department of Post, e-way bill not required. Natural or cultured pears and precious and semi-precious stones, precious metals and metals clad with precious metal, not namely gold, silver, the ornament, diamonds and all, they are telling here. Not ornament, the stones, diamonds, rubles, that like that, precious items, not equipped to carry the e-way bill if transporting international supply. Point number 5 is required some attention. Jewelry, goldsmiths and waresmiths wares and other articles, e-way bill not required to generate while transporting this, but this has been recently amended by notification number 26/2022 dated 26th December 2022. This provision has been amended to provide that henceforth e-way bill needs to be generated for transporting imitation jewelry. What do you mean by imitation jewelry? Here it is nothing but, my dear friends, like this jewelry or like this jewelry is called as imitation jewelry. This and all falls under the 7117 HSN. This imitation jewelry, wearing jewelry, transportation now required e-way bill because of the amended provision. Further, currency transportation. You are aware of that? Vehicle carrying the currency from Reserve Bank of India mint to the other banks or to the ATM centers from the banks. Currency is not the goods. You are aware of that or not? I do not know. Section 2, subsection 52 of the CGST, the term goods defined other than money. Section 2, subsection 102, service also defined other than money. So, goods neither the money, namely the currency, neither goods nor service. This point you are already aware of that. If I am transporting the currency, which is not the goods. If it is not the goods, why should there is accompanied e-way bill? Not required generate e-way bill. Further, used personal and household effects. I am a retired professor from Anna University. I am transporting my household articles because I am shifting my residence from Chennai to Hyderabad. For example, as a result, my household articles are shifting. Personal nature. E-way bill not required generate. Cora, unworked and worked Cora. Nothing Cora means the cloth weaving with like this. Weaving like this. In that case, that Cora or worked unworked as the case may be is not required to carry e-way bill.